adjust anything. We're live.
We are live. I love it. I love it. I love it. I thought I'd play a little music just to kind of get us kind of calm and, rock a little bit.
And bring it in nice and slow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I've been
Nice
kind
and
of
slow.
sharing with everybody our today's guest. I'm telling you, I am so excited about our guest today. But not only our guest today, I guess I can shut the music down, right? So let me turn the music off. I hate to see it go, but it's gotta go. So, all right. Let me breathe a little bit. And I'm telling you, um, if you, fabulous Camille Robb, could do me a favor and share in the messenger groups, I would love it. Okay.
Got it.
It will be great. So, me, myself, and I, what I'm going to do is I am going to welcome everyone to the show. I thank you for coming. Thank you for dropping in. Those that will be here and watch live, and those that will come and actually review this show later. I welcome you. Now, here's the thing, okay? Let me kind of share with you some of the things that Porch Talk Live and Women Rocking Life are up to. So we've got two more events this year. Okay. We got our event coming up next week, Friday at 12 noon. Becoming a woman of influence. You do not want to miss this. You don't want to miss it. Okay. I am definitely looking forward to seeing all of you guys on the platform with me, and let us enjoy a fun afternoon. But not only that, okay, we're always adding some things on. So I'm eating a cough drop. So I guess I need to get rid of this cough drop because every time I want to talk, I'm swallowing. So here's the thing. As the year our events are ending in September. We have our last event in September, but you know how I am. I'll get really creative. I gotta give me something else, and I have to pop something else in there. So I am definitely looking forward to seeing you at this event, Becoming a Woman of Influence, July the 29th. And once again, celebrating women of influence, September the 23rd. Look, we've got a host of speakers lined up for you that's going to rock your socks off, okay? Not knock them off, but rock your socks off. So, so don't miss it. Don't miss it. It is just going to be great. And remember one thing, we are here every Friday 12 noon Central. So just pop in. And I know everybody can't just stop doing what you're doing to watch us. Okay. And that's okay. So put your earphones on, while you're cleaning, while you're cooking, while you're working, whatever you're doing, and just listen in. For those of you that can watch, okay, we're always asking you drop a comment down below. Let us know you're here. Let us know where you're coming in from. And also tell us some of the things that you might enjoy listening to. And we will see if we cannot make that happen for you. So today we have with us our special guest, Miss Tiffani Davis. Yay!
I'm excited.
She's here to share some things with us today. And what she's going to share with us, I'm telling you, is something that I think we all need to do. And I've been kind of hearing about this on and off. But before we get into that, let me quickly read you some information about Tiffany. Okay. So, Tiffany Davis empowers people who are weighed down spiritually and emotionally and are ready to release past and present baggage,
Oh,
to move forward with a healed heart and a clear vision using her ACE breakthrough system. And we're going to get into that later. Tiffany is an Amazon best-selling author, international speaker with 20 years of experience as a minister, social logic, and relationship coach. God, do we all need a relationship coach? And nothing
yes.
but ooh, to make us love us and so we can love everybody else. Tiffany inspires listeners with her personal story of triumph over relationships, trauma, and shows them how to amplify their voice and live a life that honors their values and boundaries. Man, that is a mouthful. I am definitely wanting you to, Tiffany, to just kind of share with us a little bit about who you are, and I want the people that are listening to this video to actually get to know you. We invite a lot of people on, and they come in and listen to what we have for a little while, and they're gone. They never come back and revisit. But let's find out who we're listening to today. I'll turn it over to you, Tiffany.
All right. Well, thank you for the opportunity to even be here. It really is a pleasure. So, who am I? I would say I'm an awesome, creative, wonderfully made, chosen for this day and
Ooh,
time, perfectly flawed child of the Most High God. And
Amen.
like most women, I have, a lot of different roles that I carry. Right now, my primary roles are that of being a mother and a daughter. I'm a mother of three children: Brian, who's 27. That's hard to say. Jordan, who is 18, and then Sydney, who is 17. And my oldest just finished graduate school and accepted a job out here in Texas where I live. So he's now
ooh.
living with me. So for the first time in 7 years, I have all the children living under the same roof. And that has created a very interesting dynamic, to say the least. And so, as a daughter, I had the privilege to move my parents in my home about 3 years ago. And that has been a wonderful experience because I had moved away and had been gone for over a decade. So, I missed a lot of time with my parents. They missed a lot of time seeing the grandkids grow up. So, it's just awesome how this time is being redeemed for us and having three generations under one roof. And it just makes me really realize how blessed I am to be surrounded by so much love and support. And I don't take that for granted. So, that's just a little bit about who I am and those roles that are really important and primary for me.
Wow. Yeah, I look, I understand about having everybody under one roof. I know that I had an opportunity. I never have all of my children together at one time. They're always in and out. Somebody's busy or what have you. And because they live so far away from me, but this summer I had the privilege of having all of them here. All of my I've got I had four sons. One of my sons passed away, and I have eight grandsons, one granddaughter, and a host of great grandchildren.
Whoa.
And all the grandchildren were down here. And the great well, all of my grandchildren are actually grown. The youngest one is 23, and the oldest one is 27. So they think they supposed to be with the older adults. So they were hanging out with us upstairs. But and like you say, it is totally interesting, especially when I kind of hear some of the stories. They're talking, but it's not really for me, and it's not really for me to hear. But hey, I hear it anyway, and I'll be like, "What? Really?" Like my youngest son at 16 had a girlfriend that was 21.
Oh, Lord.
Well, he was hanging out with the older boys, my
Mhm.
older sons, and they thought he was just as old as they were. I'm telling you, something I didn't know. I'm like, wow, I remember. I said I couldn't figure out how she was so young and she was driving. I didn't, but she,
Uh-oh.
I get it. I do get it. We're gonna get into these questions though. Um, one of the things that we're going to talk about today is why letting go is essential to your success, and that's the question um, the for not just for Tiffany or just for Camille or myself. That's a question for all of us. Why is it so essential for us to let go, especially when we're climbing and we're trying to grow and get to a certain place and we're just carrying stuff. But let me not get into that. I'm gonna let Tiffany start answering because I'll be asking her questions myself. So Tiffany, kind of tell us a little bit about this topic you got here.
Well, you already started hitting on it. You were going, I was just sitting back listening to you. You had that thing. But letting go, it really is important for a lot of different reasons. But, initially people don't, I think, even realize that there's some things that they need to let go of. And I call it an art of letting it go because there's a process to it. And the first part of it is to realize what it is that you might even need to let go of. Because, we have all these wonderful emotions and we don't always, handle those or manage those emotions like we should. The word says that like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. So when we have heightened states of emotions, we can easily be led by them instead of using it more as it was intended to. And that's to help us gauge the situation, to help us, to warn us about stuff. So therefore you might get angry, and out of anger, you say things that you later regret, or you make a decision that was impulsive. It might be the wrong decision. So part of the art of letting go is understanding, about those emotions, alerting us, and trying to respond appropriately. Because operating out of anger might mean, that you again make the wrong decision. You might let go of a whole relationship or a job, whereas it wasn't the person or the job that you needed to let go of. It might be some issues or personality traits that needed to be addressed and released, because if you don't, those same issues are going to follow you into the new relationship in the new job. So people think, well, these people are just like the people on my last job. Well, the common denominator might really be you. And it
Yes.
might be why that there's some things that keep resurfacing. So we have to understand what we need to let go of. But it can be
Wow.
weird sometimes, to do that, because we form habits, and those habits can be unhealthy. And even though we know they're unhealthy, we still hang on to them.
Yeah.
Many people do that smoke, and by now just about everybody knows the dangers of smoking, but it's become a habit. It's something that they have hung on to. We hang on to those personality traits or behaviors. We say, oh, that's just who I am. But come
Mm.
on now, they're negative and they're destroying your relationships. So those are things that we need to let go of. Or sometimes we won't let go of people because we
Mhm.
like being around them, but they're hurting us. And it can be hard to let go of those people because of the attachments and beliefs we have formed that's attached to that situation or those people. And those beliefs might be keeping us chained to people, places, and things that are destroying us and preventing us from achieving the success that we desire to have in life, both relationally and professionally.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree with you on that. And we're just going to move on into the second question. And that is, how do you use your ACE breakthrough system to assist people in the letting go process? But first, what does ACE stand for?
Okay. Well, ACE, I just call it ACE. And A stands for acknowledge, C is connect, and E is evaluate. The
Mm.
way I use that in helping the people that I work with to let go of some things is with the A, again, that stands for acknowledge. And so we first need to acknowledge how we feel. How many people walk around with the facade that everything is all right, but inside yourself, you're in this fetal position crying because the truth is you're scared. You're overwhelmed, you're sad. And so we try to identify, in this particular step, those feelings, uncover those feelings that we have. And then once we acknowledge those feelings, we connect in those emotions with the thoughts that you are having, and so we might talk about, well, what does being scared tell you in your head? Because it creates a narrative. We all have a story that's playing out in our head. Think about an athlete. They get up to that starting line to run a race. And in their head, they see themselves running the fastest that they've ever run before. They see themselves making it to the finish line before anybody else. They feel and see that person that judge putting the gold crown on their head or around their neck. They visualize it first. And so we all have a narrative that's playing out in our head based upon our emotions, and it's going to then shape our behavior. So if we think, well, I'm going to go in for this interview, but they're probably not going to hire me because I don't have this type of education, I don't have this type of experience, then you're going to go in probably not as confident as you would have if in your head you were cheering yourself on. In your head, if you were, believing that, yes, you could actually get that job. So the narrative that we have, that story that you are telling yourself, and I want everybody, today, as you go throughout your day, to think about what you are telling yourself. Think about what you're thinking about. And then the last step of the ACE system is evaluate. We evaluate how that story that in our head now is impacting our behavior, because it's impacting you somehow. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So it's coming out. Have you ever been mad at your spouse? You might just think they did something, and in your head, you are already playing out the conversation for when you get ready to confront them. And you even start to feel some stuff. You feel yourself getting upset. You might be breathing harder, or your heart might be beating faster, all based upon now the thoughts and that story in your head. And then, boy, when your spouse opens the door, you're not even starting a conversation. You finishing a conversation you already had in your head. So with this evaluate, we're then evaluating how those thoughts are impacting behaviors. And then we try to neutralize any negative thoughts and patterns that those thoughts are creating now and for ourselves. So we create different strategies to address those and neutralize those negative thoughts and patterns.
So just sitting and listening to what people have going on with them, and then you're evaluating them along the way as to what it is they need, what they're going through, and how you can help them to walk away from whatever this situation, problem, or challenge may be.
Exactly. And it sounds like a really simple 3-step process. And the process in itself, the steps are easy, but it takes different people longer to get through a different step. Just kind of depending upon what it is that they might be walking through, what it is they might be trying, to let go of. And so the time frame for everybody, it's different. But it's just important that we really, process things, because initially we might just think, oh, I'm scared, but why are you scared? Where is that coming from? And some fears, some things that we are addressing end up being some deep wounds. And so those wounds, need to be really examined, and they need to be healed before we go on to the next step in the process.
So let's tell people what the ACE stands for again.
Okay, ACE is A, acknowledge those feelings. C, connect those emotions with those behaviors. And then E is evaluate then how those behaviors are impacting us. And if they're negative, we neutralize them with different strategies.
Oh, that is wonderful. Okay. All right. So the next question I have for you, it's not that big of a deal. It's really, really small. But is if you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would it be? So we're gonna break this up just a little bit and
Ooh,
come back to your question.
okay. If I could go anywhere in the world, I think I would go to like Maui, just a beautiful location. But the difference is because I've been to beautiful locations before, I want to go by myself. So, yeah.
Yes.
And that's about me and this process that I'm going through because we're constantly becoming. And I'm trying to become now this more independent person. A lot of different things have gone on in my life to necessitate that. But I want to go on just a beautiful tropical island and be enjoy it by myself for myself, you know.
Uh,
And so that's it, just go to a place like Maui by myself.
oh wow. Okay. All right. All right. So hey guys, drop in the comments section as you're watching this. Um, where is it that you would like to go? If you could go anywhere in the world right now, right this minute, maybe I could zap you there. Uh, where would you want to go? And then just tell me why you would want to go there. Okay. One of the places I want to go is to China. And
Mm.
but it's, I just want to go there because I want to visit Pastor Joseph Prince's church and
Ah,
hear him in person. Okay.
yes.
So, and I think that would be just awesome for me. What about you, fabulous Camille?
Well, I've always wanted to go to the Maldives, and I did have everything set, paid for in 2020. And of course, you know what happened.
Yes.
So I'm going. Just got to figure out when now because the schedule have gotten real hectic.
Okay.
But that's where I want to go. I'm just like you, Doc. I want to go out there where it is nobody but me, no cell phone, no nothing. I want to enjoy me for a moment. I
Oh,
want to go within me, have that peace, that quiet, and don't have to hear, "Are you ready? Let's go." I'm not ready yet. Can I come? I don't want to hear that. I just want to just enjoy me. That's where I'm
okay.
going.
That's a
All
good.
righty. That works. That works with me. We'll talk a little bit more about that on the end. So now I understand that you have a new book out. So tell us about this new book and then tell us how we can go about getting a copy of it.
Okay, so this new book it kind of deals with the art of letting go, but it deals with change, which letting go of things often creates is change. But humans are characterized as being creatures of habits, and when we are confronted with change, we might try to resist it. And so the book provides insight into why we might be experiencing change and how to navigate those changes in a way that we don't lose our mind in the process. Some of the changes we go through might be for our maturity. It might be because we need to let go of some things, and it might be because we need to enter into a new season. So currently, the book is with the editor, but it's going to be out in August. And I'm still actually praying about the name of it. And I think I'm going to enlist the help of my Leveling Up community. To help me with the name of the book. So look for me on Facebook at my business Facebook page, Leveling Up by Choice LLC, to help me with the name of the book and to find out about the exact release date. But in the meantime, I have my 21-day devotion that is already on Amazon called Driven to Find Peace, Purpose, and Power. And that too, just kind of helps with the things that we're talking about, the changes, the letting go and understanding who we are. Because when we really begin to understand who we are, when we have a grasp on our identity, there's nothing that can stop us.
Woo! Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow,
That's
wow,
it.
wow. Yeah,
You can stop you.
yeah. Zana Clark is with us, and Zana said she would like to go to Egypt
Ooh,
for a spiritual connection, you know.
that's awesome.
And I'm telling you, whew, I'm just listening at you, you really, I don't know. Your message is a calming effect for people, I believe. So even with being shut in with COVID, being close to people for so long, everybody, I believe, just is going through something. Our world has just gotten really, really crazy and flipped upside down. And our new normal, we're still trying to adjust to this new normal, this new world that we have. And for a lot of us, it's just not working. And I do believe that we have to have someone that we can lean into, someone that we can talk to that actually understands what we're going through and that can walk us through the process. How do I get out of this here? How do I walk away from this? I got a text from my niece the other day. She's going through some challenges in relationship and stuff, and I put the word out. I said, well, my house, she lived in another state. I said, my house is always open for you to come. If you just want to come and get away for a while and then go back, no problem. She texted me yesterday. And is the invitation still open? Of course it is, because everybody at some point in time needs to get away and needs to just refresh, regroup, and get a clear focus on what the next step actually should be. So that brings us to the next question. I love this term, heal heart, clear focus. Let's talk about that for a second. So let's talk about a healed heart. How can a healed heart help us? Now, and we're not talking about a sick, somebody's heart that's sick, or you've had a heart attack or anything. Well, that's not the healed heart we're talking about. What kind of healed heart is mentioned either in your book or in your message, Tiffani?
Well, to answer that, it'll probably be easier to just answer how the heart gets hurt and broken in the first place.
Okay.
That is through, relationships in which we have been hurt by somebody. We might have been betrayed by somebody. It might be hurt because of disappointments that we have had. It might be disappointments that happened on our job. You didn't get, the promotion, or the business that you had started, it didn't pan out the way that you thought it might. So there are a lot of wounds that we have that can be deeply embedded in our heart. And when we have those wounds, then again, I had mentioned earlier, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if your heart has been wounded, where you might feel that you have been betrayed by someone that was, that misused your trust, then now when you interact with somebody else, you might not trust them based upon your experience. And so that's why we have a lot of hurt people out there hurting people, because their heart isn't healed. And so that's, that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying, trying to get those wounds in our heart healed, because it's so important to be able to do that, to have healthy relationships, to be able to even understand who we are. I kind of go back to that identity thing. I think there's such an identity crisis, that people have, because if I was like this wouldn't have happened to me, and, well, all of these things always happen to me. Well, I must not be able to be successful. I can't do this and do that, because we don't understand who we are because of those broken hearts that we have.
Absolutely, absolutely. I believe that a healed heart allows you to actually be able to do things that had you at a standstill. Not that you're struggling or anything like that, but when you're going through, and like you say, when someone hurts you, okay, especially if it's somebody that's close to you, okay, then it really takes a deep toll on you. And it kind of, when it comes to trusting other people, it's kind of hard to get back in that mode, because then you're thinking that everybody that I connect to is going to be the same. Everybody is going to, and I've heard that. I've heard people say that. I'm not a psychologist or a doctor or anything, so I don't give advice on that, but I hear people say it all the time. You just don't know how bad they hurt me, you know. And that comes back to your title, and that's releasing, because we know, and I heard a pastor say it a long time ago, and people still say it, that unforgiveness is like taking poison and expecting the other person to die. Most of the time, people are gone off doing whatever they need to do after they've said or done whatever it is to you, not giving you a second thought. And here you are dying, okay, because of what they've done. And
Yeah.
you have no idea how to, you're down, but now how do I get back up? How do you get back up? The other person gone. So getting a clear focus on what's happening in that area. Let's talk about that, and then we'll come back and connect the two.
Well, having that clear focus is so important because that broken heart can muddy our thinking. And like you just gave some really great examples, well, this person hurt me, so everybody else is going to be like that. And so it's important to really be able to process that so that people can understand that, okay, it was this person that hurt you. And they important to that is also understanding how that thinking now is impacting them, because now it might be preventing them from forming other healthy relationships, people that are being brought into our sphere to help influence us or to help bring us to the next level. But if we have these walls that had been built, then we're not going to be able to do some of the things that we might have been purposed to do. And so having a clear focus would help us to create boundaries instead of building walls.
Yes, I like that. Build boundaries. Build boundaries. And that's something that I think we all forget to do. And that is whether it's in a relationship, it doesn't make a difference, whether it's in friendship or even in the family. I think we all still should have certain boundaries that we just don't allow people to cross. And when
Yes.
they do, have you ever seen where somebody, um, let's say they made somebody else mad, or made you, they might have made you mad, and you said something about it, and then they got pissed off because you told them how they made you feel. Well, wait a minute, hold on, what's that all about? Okay, what? Wait a minute, you the one did. I didn't do it. You did it. Okay, it's just like you loaning me some money, Tiffany. You loan me some money. I told you I was gonna pay it back on Friday. 3 or 4 Fridays done passed, you still ain't got your money back. And when you mention it to me, then I come after you, man, like a warrior coming to war. I'm pissed off because you asked me for the money back. Well, wait a minute, wait a minute. You need to get a clear focus.
Mhm.
Lost your focus. Okay. You forgot who you think you loaned me the money. No, I loaned you the money. I need it back. Okay. So I'm telling you, we just live in such a crazy, crazy world. And we have to figure out what we need to do in order to keep functioning in this world. So,
Pastor Dorothy, can I add something to that?
yeah,
That was such a
yeah.
great example. And it goes back to having a clear focus because sometimes our focus is not where it's supposed to be. And with the example that you gave, yeah, it was very inappropriate. So if I was to lend you some money and then I'm going to get an attitude because you asked me about your money, but guess what? You can't control me. I can't control anybody else. And so
Mm.
focusing on other people and how they responded, what they did, then we are now relinquishing our power to them because the only power that we have is the power in how we respond to other people, how we react, and what we do. And so part of having that clear focus is to focus on us, to focus on the power that we have, and to focus on the choices that we are able to make in order to try to create the life that we want for ourselves.
So true. One of the things that boundaries I put up is I tell people, look, Don't ask me for no money. Ask me for a lot of things, but don't ask me for no money. Because let me tell you something, money makes enemies.
Oh, yes, it does.
And I don't need that. So you know what? And then one thing, y- well, I don't know why I'm on this money thing, but
Somebody need to hear it. That's what it is.
hear it.
Somebody need to hear it today.
You're gonna talk about me. You're gonna misuse me. You don't like me, but you want my money. Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
There's something wrong with that picture, okay? And I'm gonna come back, okay? You need a heal hard, and I need to get a clear focus. So it's crazy. It really is. I don't know. Sometimes people, they, as the world said, they just do crazy things and say crazy things. So, what does level up mean, and how can it help our viewers and listeners?
Well, level up is just it's about our thinking, and it's about being all that we are able to be. Leveling up, part of that is the letting go. Part of that is allowing those wounds to heal so that we can maximize our talents and use the creative minds that we have. You know, we have such limits on our thinking. I tell my kids all the time. We put people in a box. If you like to teach, then society says be a teacher. But
Mm,
that's not the only way that you can use that talent that you have, that gift, to be able to share knowledge with people. So it's about getting out of that box that we are put in by our environment. It's about making sure that we understand our purpose and we are courageous enough to pursue it.
Mm.
wow. Okay. Well, I want to say hello to Shirley Murphy and to Tom Chaser joined us. And thank you, Camille, for posting and letting people know what's going on. I don't know. Your message is so needed at this time. So
Yes,
needed
yes,
at this
yes.
time. I believe that we need to have well, let's say we just need to take the limit off of our thinking, okay? And I because I'm gonna do I I'm not sure exactly when, a challenge, a 30-day challenge called No More Stinking Thinking.
Oh, I like that.
And I want to do that because people tend to say some of the craziest things out of their mouth. Tiffany, what you said, girl, is killing me. No, it ain't killing me. No, no, no. If anything, is raising me up.
Mhm.
So we have to change some of the words that we speak, even to ourselves and over our own lives in order to succeed. I want to climb. I don't want to slide down the mountain. I want to climb the mountain, in my life. So I would hope that other people, in hearing your message, they begin to search you out so that they can have a healed heart, so they can have clear focus. Because when you're hurting, when you're out of sorts, there's no way in the world that you can see what's best for you.
Mhm.
And another thing is, people have a tendency to make decisions that are lasting decisions that they can't turn around when they are hurting, you know. So we have to be careful with that as well. We do not want I don't know why got calling me. Whoever you are, I have to call you back when I'm off of the line. Text me. Okay, how about that? So, anyway, let's go on to the next question. Nobody's in the house but me, so I gotta answer the phone, and I tell you, I just answer it just like that. So, here's something else we got going here. Now, Tiffany, tell us about this. Can you let people know what you have for them?
Sure. People can log on to the website or use the links you provided to take a free limiting beliefs assessment. And that's just to help them to really evaluate their thoughts to see how they're, if they resonate with any of the thoughts that are up there that might really be boxing them in and preventing them from leveling up, because we don't realize often how our thoughts are really constructing our reality. You know, you have people, and you just said it, you know, the way that we speak, you can tell a person the condition of a person's mind by the things that they say. And you might have a person that says, well, I'll never get out of debt, you know, and those things, those words that we're speaking is planting seeds, and those seeds are going to take root and they're going to bloom into our behavior. So a person that thinks they'll never get out of debt might not create a budget because they think, well, I don't have anything to budget, so why should I do a budget? And so they won't even do the smallest things to get out of debt. So Pastor Dorothy, these might be the people calling you to borrow money. You know, or you might have a person that thinks, well, my marriage will never get better. So they find every flaw in their spouse to fit that narrative, and they focus on all of their flaws, and they even start thinking more about divorce. And that might have been once upon a time for them a forbidden threshold that they weren't willing to cross. But now, because they're thinking about it more, you know, it's easier for them to do that. So I just created this free, simple assessment to check your thoughts. And then even with that, you can schedule a free discovery call with me, and we can go over that assessment, and we can talk about, you know, the results of it.
Great, great, great. I love it. I love it. So look, I'm always going to say when someone is giving away something free and it can benefit you, take advantage of it. Okay. So, what I will do is I will actually put this in the comment section, because I do want to make sure that you get a chance to see exactly what it is that she's talking about. I'm just I have no words, okay? And that's rare for me not to have
Yeah, that's very rare.
rare for me. But before we go on, Tiffani has some other things that she wants to share with you. So, but I'm going to give the fabulous Camille a chance just to kind of share some things with us before we proceed.
Well, Tiffani, I'm enjoying this, and I know you have a lot of people doing the what? She talking about me, you know. Now, one of the things that kind of dragged my attention was when you said heal heart, clear focus. And there's a lot of hurting people out there, and that's what they're repeating to do. They're repeating over and over. Oh, I'm hurt, so I'm gonna hurt this one. Oh, I'm hurt. I'm right now. I have a few things that's happening that you're hitting the nail, the hammer on the nail. Pow, pow, pow. Because I have a few family member that's going through trials and tribulation, and they're trying to find somebody else to blame. And I'm like, why are you going around hurting people? Forgive yourself for whatever you happened. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, then you can forgive others. You know,
Yeah.
I've learned so much from the teaching that Pastor Dorothy have taught me to her programs. And I'm like, everything that she taught me, I'm going back to it. I'm stepping back out of it, taking myself out of it. And I'm looking on the outside, and I'm like, okay, so this is what she was talking about. People would drag you in their mess.
Yes, they will.
Okay? People would drag you in your mess. And because I'm the type of person, I don't like the fuss and the fight. I'll sit and I'll listen. And at the same time, I'm learning. They're dragging me into their mess. So now, listening and getting the training from Pastor Dorothy, I step back. I said, listen, this is your mess. You figure it out. I like my peace. I've never had anybody mess with my peace, and I'm not going to allow anybody to mess with my peace. And that's where you go, the heal heart. And I stay focused. And I step back. I'm so far back, I can see the whole world.
All right.
Okay.
That's good. That's
I'm
good.
learning. I'm learning.
All
Pastor
right.
Dorothy. I'm learning. I just had to say that. I'm learning.
And so Tiffani has something that she wants to offer everyone here, that everyone that's watching and those that I guess review the video maybe in the next week or so. So I'll let her share it with you.
Right. So for those people that might already recognize they have those beliefs that are stifling them, I have the course called Crushing Limiting Beliefs. And it's a step-by-step journey really to freedom. It's a journey of figuring out how to move past your limiting beliefs and overcome your inner obstacles to live a life of success. You know, the success that you really deserve. And this really a life-changing course. You'll learn the surprising ways you can work with your current financial situation to stop the negative effects of your limiting beliefs. You'll learn how to eliminate negative mental and emotional programming about what you can achieve and how to prepare yourself for a bright future. And you'll learn techniques to move past that frustration to freedom and to move past your pain, because too many people stay parked at the point of their pain. So this course will help them to move past that. And so really it's just a journey that has the potential to change your life. And you know, when you change your life, it also changes the trajectory of the generations after you. And just as I'm speaking, I'm reminded of the story of the ham, where the wife was cooking a ham for Thanksgiving and she cut off both ends of the ham. And the husband said, "Why are you cutting that off?" She's like, "Well, I don't know. You know, my mom did it." And so out of curiosity, she called her mom and said, "Hey, why do you cut off the ends of the ham?" And she said, I don't really know. You know, your grandmother did it." So she called her mom and she asked her mom, why do you cut off the ends of the ham? And the mom said, "Oh, because I didn't have a pot big enough for the ham." And so that's what those limiting beliefs that we teach our children and those people that are watching us, they're cutting off the ends of the ham where they could be more ham to nourish the family, more ham to spread out to people. And so if we take those limits off of our thinking, our kids will see us doing things that are unusual, but it's meant to be because we have this purpose and a plan that has been instilled inside of us. And we are not scared to do something different because we know it will change the world. When we decide that we're not going to cut out the ends of the ham, that we might just need to go out and get a bigger pot, a bigger pan, we'll go and we'll do that. So we're going to take the limits off of our thinking, not just for ourselves, but for the generations to come after us. As a social worker, I remember working with a young lady, in 3 generations of her family were living in the government housing, and thinking about and evaluating her thinking. She always said she never thought she would move any other place. She always looked to get her own apartment there. That was where her thinking was, that the ends of the ham for her family have been cut off for them to stay there. But I'm here to tell you, there is a way that we can expand our thinking, not just for us, not to just to change our lives, but to change the lives of our children and our children's children. So this course, it has 16 lessons. It comes with the guide, and each lesson has a video that accompanies it, action plans and strategies to implement. And again, really change the thinking that you need to have the success that you desire in your relationship and yourself, personally developing yourself, and in your businesses. And the course is normally an investment of $299 to change your life. But for your listeners, I'm going to keep it at, I'm going to have it for $99 for the rest of the month. So give everybody an opportunity as they watch the recordings to go onto the website, and they can purchase the course for $97.
Wow.
Now, is this the link for that on the bottom? Limited belief access to purchasing the
That's for the assessment, but anybody can go on the website at www.levelingupbychoice.com, and they can access the course from there.
Okay, so head straight on over and let's make that happen. I'm excited. I love the idea of that course, limiting beliefs. Okay, and I know that we have a lot of them. I wanted to share. Tom put in the comment section. What at Oh, he's got a word in here that I can't pronounce, but he said it's a magic word that means I create what I speak. Say that again.
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
Oh, abracadabra. Okay. Is yeah. So I create what I speak.
Mhm.
And it's so true. If we just would just if we find a mentor like Tiffani that is speaking positive things and teaching us how to move forward, how to live an unlimited life, a healed life, a better life, okay? Then there's nothing that we cannot do and nothing we cannot have,
Mhm.
okay? When we talk about it takes not just one person to raise a
Village.
kid, it takes a whole village in
Mhm.
order to raise a child, and it's the same thing. She's giving something today for $97, 16 lessons, and that is a lot, okay, that's gonna walk us through. But not only that, Tiffani, what outside of walking through limited beliefs, what else is in this, 16, week package?
Well, there are techniques to help you rewrite that narrative in your mind. So
Mhm.
the limiting beliefs that you might identify with, you'll find a formula to rewrite those things. There are also affirmations in there for you to have, and
Mm.
there are also, in addition to that, just different strategies and action plans that you can implement. And if I could add something, Pastor Dorothy, you mentioned, someone to speak positively in people's lives, but even in addition to that, to speak truth into people's lives. Because the
Mhm.
truth is that we can have a victorious life. The truth is that we can have an abundant life. The truth is that all these things, the good, the bad, the ugly, can work out for our good. So also someone to speak truth into our lives, reminding us who we are. We are created in the image of our Father who created the heavens and the earth by speaking. So we have power in the things that we speak. And so part of this is cleaning up the words that we speak and the things that we put out there and the seeds that we are sowing with our words. So I'm also here to speak truth to you and remind you of who you are.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor? Tom is asking for the link directly to your website. So if you can put that in the comment section, it would be wonderful for us to share it. Okay.
Levelingupbychoice.com, right?
Yeah, that's it. And I also put
I did. I put it in there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. Put it. We need it again then. So
Okay. I
I
put it.
guess me and Tom missed it. No problem, no problem. All right. So while you guys are doing that, let me find another question because we're at the top of the hour. We're almost there where we're closing this out. We got about 6 more minutes. So I'm going to ask you a question. And then what we're going to do is I've also put Tiffany's contact information in the comment section for you to contact her if there's more that you want to talk to her about. And my question to you, what song did you listen to the most? Whether it was in your years of grammar school, high school, college, or adulthood. Is there one song that really does it for you?
one song. You know what? I could tell you a recent song that has really navigated me through a tough time, so much so I just had that song literally on replay where it would play for hours. And the song is called, let me find it's called God is Turning It Around. And
Okay.
it's just a beautiful reminder. It's by John Reddick, God Turn It Around. And I had that song playing for hours upon hours, just reminding me, speaking truth that God is going to turn this thing around. And so that's the song, right, that immediately comes to mind. That was one that's just on constant replay that I still play even to this day.
All righty then. I love that. I love that. My last question before we wrap everything up is going back in time, where would it be and why?
Going back in time, where would it be and why? Hmm. I think if I had to go back in time, I would I would want to go back when Jesus walked. Uh, I mean, I read about the miracle, so why not actually be there? And
Mhm.
let me go where I don't know where he was feeding the 5,000, and I'm sitting there, wondering how he's gonna get me some fish out of this little three little fish and a couple loaves. So I think that would be pretty awesome.
I believe it would be as well. Wow. Okay, okay. So, oh, hey, Amber. Thank you for coming in. So, and Shirley says she loves that song. Oh, man. I
Mhm.
tell you, I think we all, Camille, you got a song that you love listening to?
Chain breaker.
Chamber. You know what? You guys are going to have to um, give me the links to those songs so I can listen to them. You know, now me, there are so many for me, but I like there, and probably not too many people have heard it. It's God Can Do Anything. Okay. And some of the word says that God can do anything for anyone that he chooses, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Mm.
I love that, okay? Because when my back is up against the wall and I need somebody to turn it around, that's who I go to, okay? So I love that song, okay? So and I'll probably put it up on the site. I'm gonna put it up on the Vision Tribe site. So let me tell you guys about that, and then we're gonna let Tiffany finish us up today. Is I've created a new Facebook group called the Vision Tribe. And what the Vision Tribe is about, the Vision Tribe is about visionaries that create. And let me tell you a little bit why I did that. Because God was a visionary that created. In the beginning, he began to create the earth. He began to create man and companion. But not only was he a visionary, God was also someone that was a champion in our lives.
Mhm.
Okay. He was a champion because he didn't give up, no matter how tough it got or what he had to go through, or even with the people that he met. He never gave up. Not preaching now, just listen to me. I'm just letting you know why I created the group. And then I think about power, okay? How the power that he gave us is power that we can transform into somebody else's life and cause them to rise up, okay? And I love that. So it's a visionary that has become a champion that decided to take their power back, okay? And I love that. So, anyone interested in coming into the group, it is definitely by invitation only, but this is a group that I will not allow to become um dead, where we've got thousands of people in it, and I'm speaking it into existence. We got thousands of people in the group and nobody is connecting with each other. Nothing's happening in the group. It's just dead. No, thank me.
Mm.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that. So in all of that, okay, we are going to wrap this up. I'm going to give uh, Tiffany a chance to say some things to us and then say her goodbye. Then we're going to go into the fabulous Camille to say her goodbye. And then we're going to let you guys go and have a great afternoon. And yes, Tom, whose information are you looking for, Tom? Tiffany's,
Tiffany.
Camille's, or Pastor Dorothy? Let me know and we will get it to you. Okay. So I turn it over to you, Tiffany.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to be on your show. It's truly a blessing. I'm very honored. And sign me up for the group. I would love to be part of a group where I could just, have other people to pour into me and to help me to be my best self, because we were not created to be an island, by ourselves. We were created to commune with people. And so there might be something or someone in your group that has something that I need. I might have something that somebody else needs. And so if we can share those things and build each other up, imagine the change that we will affect in our community. So yes, please sign me up. Thank you, for even putting that out there and just allowing God to use you like that. And thank you for everybody that tuned in. And I would just encourage you all, like I did earlier today, really listen to what you are telling yourself, and make sure that what you are telling yourself is the truth that lines up, and comes in agreement with the things that your Heavenly Father says about you. So line up your thoughts, line up your speaking, and go out there and live the best life for yourself. You can do it. Success is right at your fingertips. Just reach out for it and press forth.
Oh, wow. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Let's, as they say, let's do this together. Okay, it's on you, fabulous Camille.
I was so blessed to kind of just absorb everything you were saying, Tiffany. And I can't wait for the next time you show up on the show. So thank you for coming. And of course, you guys, you know what she said. Heal your heart, forgive, move on, press forward. Okay? So stay blessed, stay safe, and stay absolutely fabulous, darlings. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
All righty. Now, Camille Tom Chaser says, I'm friends with Camille Robb.
Yes.
So that's somebody you know.
Yes.
Okay. All righty
That's
then.
my Tom right there.
All righty then. Okay, Tom. So we will get information to you. Okay. He put his email in the comment section. So we're at the top of the hour. That's our time. It's time for us to go. We don't want to leave, but guess what? We got to leave here. We got to go and we got to do some stuff today. Okay. So there's some friends that we need to see. There's some people we need to visit. There are just some things that got to get done and nobody can do them but us. So thank you again for being here. Yes, Tom, heal your heart. Heal, please, everyone. Don't take this for granted. Okay? So let us look into the comment section, get the link for Tiffany's course that she has, sign up. It's only $97. And for what she's offering, I'm telling you, it is a great, great price. I will look to see you guys next week. I have also added the information for the event in in the um, in the chat. I've added it in the comment section. And I am definitely looking forward to seeing everybody on the platform. Tiffany is going to be one of our speakers next week. I'm telling you, I am so excited. I'm excited about all of the speakers, and I'm definitely looking forward to everybody showing up and being there. Okay, just don't keep it a secret. Guess what? I need you to tell somebody. We don't want it to be a secret. All right. So we will see you all next week. It's been great having you here, and we love you. Okay. I'll see you next. We won't be on Facebook next Friday. We'll be at the event. The tickets are only $10. So grab your ticket today, tell someone about it, and we'll see you later. I am Dorothy coming in to you from Chicago. We've got the fabulous Camille coming in from,
Orlando, Florida, darling.
and we've got the lovely Tiffany Davis coming in from.
Texas.
Wow, we are all over the globe.
That's
See
right.
you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All righty.
I love it.